in week number 9, when Deshaun Watson made that return against the Arizona Cardinals from a shoulder injury, I said I was shocked by it. I said I believe that Kevin Stefanski was not telling the whole truth. I believe Andrew Berry was not telling the whole truth. I believe the Browns medical staff was not telling the whole truth. It felt like we had a Deshaun Watson, Baker Mayfield, Brown situation here again, where obviously the Browns had forced Deshaun or Baker Mayfield, excuse me, to play that 2021 season with that torn rotator cuff on his non-throwing shoulder. The difference here with Watson was it was on his throwing shoulder. Well, it was revealed that somehow after Deshaun Watson went for an MRI on his ankle Monday following the game against the Ravens, where he looked like he got beat up in that game, was walking gingerly, that he actually, as a torn rotator cuff in his shoulder that needs immediate surgery, or essentially, as the Browns medical staff put it, his shoulder could fall off, which means therefore the season is over. I thought it was a big mistake for the Browns at the trade deadline to not acquire Jacoby Brissett, to not acquire Josh Dobbs, who ended up going to Minnesota, to not inquire in Las Vegas about Jimmy Garoppolo, to not go get a backup quarterback, because we watched the Browns with PJ Walker. It's like watching Baltimore last year with Tyler Huntley. The difference between Lamar Jackson and Tyler Huntley, even though they had different styles of, or similar styles, excuse me, of play, was so bombarding. Baltimore's offense, even though they made the playoffs last year, they lost that playoff game to Cincinnati. But Baltimore's offense was almost unwatchable with Tyler Huntley under center last year. The Browns' offense with E.J. Walker and Dorian Thompson Robinson has been almost unwatchable. Yes, they did beat San Francisco. Yes, they did beat Indianapolis and mostly PJ Walker under center, but that was mostly the defense making plays, the defense, creating either touchdowns or getting in short yardage positions or running the football with Kareem Hunt and Jerome Ford, which is almost going to be the game plan obviously now going forward and even more vital and important. But I said when Watson suffered the injury after the week 3 game, I said that's it. I would get shoulder surgery. I would shut him down for the year. The way Kevin Stefanski made it sound going into the Baltimore game sounded like the medical staff cleared him. Deshaun Watson did not feel right. Deshaun Watson was the one who made the choice not to play. After that Baltimore game, Stefanski said Watson was 100% going to play against San Francisco. And the Tuesday after the bye week, they said he was automatically out. I thought that was strange. Then week 7, he came back, and I thought it was even stranger that after he suffered a concussion and was cleared from concussion protocol, Kevin Stefanski basically decided to hold him out for PJ Walker, and then again they bring him back week 9 against Arizona. Did not understand it. Do not understand why the Browns are basically playing musical chairs here at the quarterback position. And, they tried, I guess. They tried to give him a 6th-round pick for Jacoby Brissett, which obviously Washington was not going to buy. I thought Andrew Berry could have been more aggressive at the trade deadline and acquiring a backup quarterback. Because, again, when you have a franchise level caliber quarterback and a historic defense this year that the Browns have added. Myles Garrett, in my opinion, is leading the way in Defensive Player of the Year award. He's never had as much impact on a Browns team as he has had this year. As I've criticized Garrett forever, this year, in my opinion, he's having by far the best year of his career. It's not empty calorie sacks, it is impacting games. It's literally causing W's and wins on the schedule. In my opinion, the Browns did not do their due diligence here. They did not go out and get a quarterback. Donovan Peoples-Jones was traded at the deadline to Detroit. Did not understand that. I thought you needed an upgrade at wide receiver, not a subtraction at wide receiver. And the bottom line here is, yes, the Browns do have some winnable games left on their schedule. Denver, the Rams, Pittsburgh, which we're about to get into. But when you go from a significant quarterback drop from Deshaun Watson, who we saw in the second half of the Baltimore game go perfect passing, and that's the reason why you upgrade him over Baker Mayfield, to E.J. Walker, who, can barely convert the chains at times and, almost gave away the game against Indianapolis. And if it wasn't for 2 phantom holding calls, would have lost that game at Indianapolis. The Brown season does not look right. They look like they went from potential division winners to out of the playoffs, because we know the most important position on the field is quarterback. Again, I did not love the way Kevin Stefanski handled it, did not love the way Andrew Berry handled it. Watson was trying to protect himself, and this just looks like another blunder by the Browns medical staff, just like they blundered Baker Mayfield's injury status in 2021. And I'm wondering if this leads to potential dissension between Kevin Stefanski and Deshaun Watson. Like that clip from the Brand's World podcast? If so, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there hitting the subscribe button, make sure to also hit the notification bell so you never miss another upload. And make sure you check out all the other clips from the Brand's World podcast right here on YouTube.